Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. Bless you. Bless you. There's a lot of sounds going on right now. Aria's on the swing. I'm pumping, more on that later. Aria is super excited at 7 in the morning. She's up and ready to go and talk and read and do tummy time. We did all of that already. Yeah. I had my coffee and bagel, and now she's just on the swing while I pump. We read I Wish You Happiness, Aria. I love these books. They're the cutest. Aria is actually the character of the series, which happens to be her name too. But it's so cute. The illustrations are beautiful and she loves to look at them. I will have it on my storefront because these books, you can get them on Amazon. They are super, super cute. And it's so positive, the messages. Yep, you like it? Uh-huh, yep. We also watered our snake plant here. Yeah, we gotta get the snake plant a name. My mom got it for me. I don't know if many people know this because I know that this is a very popular plant, but it also removes toxins from the home. So really good to have in your space, and it doesn't require much light. So I have it here right now, but I think I want to put it in the corner. I just have to put it in the pot that's out there. Good to have in your home, helps you breathe cleaner air. So we did that together. We watered it. Her wake windows are getting longer, so we are doing everything to entertain her. But she's also really good about just looking at us do things and just being by herself. So I'm actually in the mood for soup, and in the last video I made a braised beef recipe, and there was leftover sauce in the pot. And every time there's any type of sauce or vegetables left over in a pot, I like to reuse it the next day because it doesn't get spoiled the next day. And I mean, I hate to throw that away, especially if it's a lot of sauce and it's a really good flavor that I could use it for something else, maybe pour it into the next dish. But this time I'm gonna try to make pumpkin soup. And I love pumpkin. I feel like people think that pumpkin is sweet, but really on its own it's not, and it's good. It's a good vegetable to have in, is it a vegetable or a fruit? It's a vegetable. But it's like a sweet potato, it's like yam, it's like malanga. It's in that family, in the potato family. So it's really good in soups. And I'm just gonna pour some puree in it. It's the same one that I've been using for the iced coffees because I don't have the actual, actually I do have one pumpkin, but I don't think it's ready yet. And I'm gonna put it in. So I'm gonna do something to it and we're gonna have pumpkin soup like that. Super quick and easy. We're gonna get ready. I have my hair in a braid right now because I had it overnight. This is what I use to wave my hair because I don't like to use any heat. So I just braid it. When it's like almost dry, I add this. I can't add it wet. I have to add it when it's like almost dry. The Curl Enhancing Smoothie from Shea Moisture. Put it in braids and we're good to go. I'll take them out at the end after I finish my makeup. I just finished pumping. Something that is making me sad though, more particularly, and this is completely being vulnerable, is my body. My body is not the same. I mean, I just gave birth to a baby, okay? I have to like keep giving myself grace, reminding myself to like be easy on myself. But yeah, like the body is not the same. I just saw some pictures of me just last year and I'm like, what happened? But I had a baby. That's what happened. So I have to be thankful for the body that I have. It's just definitely different seeing the midsection. It's never been this way before. I've never had it like this before. It's all right though. We're gonna work at it. It's only been 2 months. It's been a crazy 2 months, a beautiful 2 months, a roller coaster of 2 months. I seriously don't know how people get back to whether it's work, whether it's YouTube, whether it's anything. Like, I don't know how people get back to regular life after giving birth so quickly, because man, so many things happened. Like, just recently, there was a huge dip in my supply and my milk supply. And it was because I was breastfeeding her and she wasn't eating fully on the breast. So it was telling my body to not make enough milk. And the reason why she wasn't feeding fully is because she had a tongue tie. We clipped it, her latch got stronger, but I will tell you that those nights were not easy. I was crying, she was stressed. A lot of people say that breastfeeding is a bonding moment, but it was not for us. Like, she hated it. I didn't hate it, but it was painful and it was stressful just getting her to enjoy it and actually be able to feed fully. So I don't know whether she got used to the bottle during that time, between finding out that she had the tongue tie, to struggling with the breastfeeding, to getting the appointment to clip her tongue tie was like a month. And so, or no, it was probably like 3 weeks. And so during those 3 weeks, I was on and off with the bottle. And maybe she got used to the bottle, was like, yo, this is way easier. The milk is coming at me faster. I don't have to suck so hard. This is easier. And I actually can look at her while bottle feeding. So now I see the advantages to pumping and bottle feeding. So I'm like, okay, I don't feel that bad for not breastfeeding. But it still like was really hard in the moment, because in the moment I really wanted it to happen so bad. But now, since I'm actually enjoying the benefits of it, like the flexibility and just her not being stressed, she looks at me while I bottle feed her. There's moments where I'm like blowing her a kiss while I'm giving her the bottle, and she literally stops drinking to give me a smile and actually make like this like sweet sound. She goes ah, like, it's just beautiful. And what more can you want? What more of a bonding and connection can you want? I do skin to skin with her. I'm so thankful that I have my husband next to me, because honestly, there were many moments where I wanted to give up, and he was like, no, we're gonna keep trying. So whenever I saw that my milk supply just tanked, I was freaking out because she was hungry. Like, imagine me, I'm like over here pumping, and I'm pumping every single drop that I can and like giving it to her, and I'm stopping to pump to give it to her, and I'm like this. And it was just one day like this, right? And I'm freaking out. Danny comes home from work and I'm crying. Aria's hysterically crying, and I'm like, we need to go to formula. We're gonna have to go to formula because I can't. She's hungry and I'm not making enough milk. And like, this is real, yo. This is real stuff that happens and no one talks about. But he was like, no, relax, don't give up yet. I will take her. He calmed her down, even though she was hungry. He calmed her down, and he gave me enough time to pump enough milk just for that feeding, right? And she was all good. But for the next 3 days, I had to pump every 2 hours on the spot. And it was very stressful because I wasn't, like at the very beginning until this time, I was able to have 3 bottles ready to go and some extra. And I was even just creating a little freezer stash, which I don't really care about having a whole huge stash like that. I want to feed my baby first before anything. I had enough milk where I'm like caught up, and I'm not pumping to feed on the spot. I was pumping to have enough for the next 3 days, 2 days. So to see that I had to just pump and give to her, pump and give it to her, that was really stressful. But after 3 days of doing that, also after 3 days of relaxing, because stress has a lot to do with it, getting back to hydration, because I had a couple of stressful days before that happening. I wasn't really hydrating. We also traveled to Dallas, which she did great, by the way. That was her first trip, and she did so good, and I had so much fun just traveling with her. We really liked Dallas, but obviously not to live, but I like it. I actually want to go back to go to that farmer's market that they have. They have a huge one, way better than any that I've seen here in Austin. But yeah, after those 3 days of just committing to pumping every 2 hours, my supply went back up. And I'm thankful to my husband for not letting me give up, because, you know, I was freaking out and I just cared about feeding her and her being fed. Like, that's the worst feeling in the world, feeling like you're like when you know your kid is hungry and you can't give them food, like, so sometimes I'll try to put her on the boob to like for that saliva, but it's like just for a little bit, and again, just brings on stress. So you say a lot of things before actually experiencing pregnancy and being a parent. One thing is to say, you know, comment on things that you've never experienced before. And then another is to actually be in it and realize things don't come that easy to everyone. Things are not black and white, and you just become a little bit more humble because you realize, like, yeah, like everyone, I already put earrings on, like what the heck? Everyone has different experiences, and sometimes you think it's the person's fault or for them just coming up short on something, and like you think they're making an excuse, but no, like there are people like that just give up, right? Like some people go straight to formula, some people just don't even try to breastfeed or whatever, but that's their choice. My point is that there are those people that actually try their very best to give their best and to do the best thing, but sometimes it just doesn't work. And so breastfeeding is very hard. Even if you just had it down packed with breastfeeding from the beginning, there's so many other things that can happen, like clogged ducts, mastitis. I'm gonna travel a lot with my baby. With our baby, we're gonna travel a lot. We're gonna get her used to being out and about, and bottle feeding is just easier when it comes to that lifestyle. Moral of the story is to not judge.
Since that clip, it's been like a week, and since then there's been a huge war in Israel with Palestine and Gaza, Hamas, whatever. If you know, you know. Everyone knows. I'm sure of it because it's huge. And all I keep thinking about, and it makes me sick to my stomach, my heart literally sinks to my stomach, is the moms that have to keep their children safe during these times. That, like, it just makes anything that I go through feel so small. And it doesn't mean that the things I go through are not valid, but man, like, it just seems so small. Also, something I've been thinking about lately, and I honestly always do this every time I try to figure out whether I need something or not, or whether whatever I'm struggling with, is it really that big of a deal, or whatever. Like, every time I try to analyze any situation I'm in, I always think about the past. I always think about how my parents did it, how the people before me did it. And I'm just super aware of the fact that maybe, you know, things have just gotten more complicated over time. And the fact that we just have more makes us think we need more, but we don't. And so in regards to like breastfeeding, you didn't really hear about many moms pumping like you hear about them doing that now. And there were pumps available in the 90s, you know, maybe not as much as they are now. We have so many different options and choices. I've heard of women, you know, trying to pump in their time, but they just didn't know how to. Obviously now we have like better resources and access to information, but it just makes you think, how did they make it work? You hear about so many different problems now, like tongue ties and poor latch issues, and it makes you think, is the modern medicine, modern world, like creating these problems? Are we creating these problems in our heads because we know we have so many choices, you know? Or because I don't know, this is something I just like battle in my head. Or it's that women, or just in general humans, we're doing a lot more as like we go into the future. We put a lot more on our plate. For example, women are doing a lot more now than they used to back then, because we want to be so many things. We want to be moms. We want to be, you know, we have these huge careers. We want to do so much compared to other countries currently, and just outside of the Western civilization, moms are just moms. Like, they're not doing all this, but we are. We want to be everything. And we also have, like, which I think is a good thing, this sense of like needing to find our own, keeping our own like individual independence, like identities, not independence, but like identities. And like, that's good, because also the world is different. Like here, it's normal to have dates when you're married, and things like giving a bottle to your parents so that you can go out with your husband. Those things that probably didn't, people didn't really give themselves an option to do back then, can actually make marriages healthier now. Like, what if marriages are healthier now because that's an option, or I don't know. I just feel like, is it that we're giving up, we're becoming weaker, or we are just letting these tools do a natural job? Or is it just that there's an evolution happening and humans can do more? Tools are supposed to be created so that humans can live a better quality life all around. But it's also scary because then that can take away from something. So I don't know. In this case, though, with breastfeeding, I truly believe like you can definitely bond with your baby in many other ways. And it's not the end of the world if you can't do it. I don't know the answers to whatever I just said. It's something I battle all the time. But I do want to say that I've heard of a lot of women in the 90s and 2000s, because formula has been around for a while. I've heard of women, giving up and just going to formula, when now women can go to pumping before they try formula, which is a good thing. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if you thought about this before. What do you think?
The biggest fear of mine was not making enough milk and having to go to formula. That, just because like I know some people do it, that's their choice, but there really isn't any formula on the market that's healthy or clean. Like every single, even the European ones, they're healthier, but every single formula on the market has canola oil. Crazy. Like, so I'm like, what? And I would hate, like, just because it's my lifestyle, this is not like for anyone else, but I eat good. I eat organic, I eat grass-fed, pasture-raised, and then I'd be giving my baby formula? Like, no, that wouldn't have made sense for me. But if it was to come down to that, because I exhausted all my efforts, then all right. But I just don't want to I just really am glad that I didn't give up before exhausting all my efforts. You know what I mean? I have all my pumping and breastfeeding essentials on my storefront. Things that made it easier for me to get through that journey and to stay on it. So check it out. All right, let's get ready to go. So I just kind of take the braids out, and then I just kind of like mess with it so that it can look looser. My hair is just so long, I have to trim it, and it looks terrible, not styled. So I was like, I need to have like some type of texture to my hair, or else you can see the dead ends. And they're crying for help, let me tell you. Every time I tell myself, I'm gonna do like a cute hairstyle, I end up just doing no hairstyle at all. I hate having stuff in my hair. I just want it to be loose so that I can move it however I want.
Me go to my knees to the Calvary tree, me I pray. Me telling God everything me I need. Me I tell God make they bless me still. Yeah. Cause if I no get all these people go laugh at me, all these people go use me play. Make God they bless me and my family. Yeah. Aye. Nobody fi be somebody. Somebody fi be nobody. Never look down or no. Aye. Nobody fi be somebody. Somebody fi be nobody. Never look down or no. Cause me I make cash on a low. Me I wanna turn up on the low. Me I wanna get to the door. Me I wanna shine on the low. Me I wanna turn up on the low. Me I wanna shine on the low.
I look like a hot mess right now, but I want to share what groceries I got online. Last vlog, I went shopping with Danny to Natural Grocers and Costco. Those are probably the only two stores that we go to right now. By the way, Celtic sea salt in water is like one of the best ways to get your hydration back. Thrive Market is like the best place to get all these good, healthy, clean brands approved by me. I've talked about these brands that tend to false advertise as organic, but the brands that I talk about all the time, and I'll show you now, really truly are through and through organic and clean and certified organic, and really just are transparent with their ingredients. Online grocery shopping is probably the best thing that you could do during this time when gas prices are an ultimate high. Just groceries in general are expensive, and Thrive Market has a sale almost all the time. And I also have a link that you can use to get 30% off your first order with a free gift on top of any other sale that's going on at Thrive Market right now if you join as a member. So check the link down below to try it out. Really good way to save money, save time, and also have access to all these good brands. I'm gonna start off with Purely Elizabeth granola because I want some granola right now. So this one is this is one of the best, cleanest or granolas out there, unless you make it yourself, but no one has time for that. Very, very clean ingredient list. This one is my favorite, the blueberry hemp. This is one of my snacks for the day, so I'm gonna make it now. I put it in a little bowl. And then I add kefir, which is a yogurt milk. It's fermented milk. So it's kind of like, I like to say, I said in the last vlog, I think, it's like a cereal and a parfait made a baby. And then maple syrup. Maple syrup is actually a really good way to have a sugar that's not processed and it's not killing your blood sugars, okay? There was a study done that it actually shows that it reduces your blood sugar and improves your blood pressure. So you just want to make sure that you're getting, like, not Aunt Jemima, because that is all full of high fructose syrup and a bunch of other crap in it. You want to get ones that say 100% pure maple syrup, and Purely Elizabeth has a bunch of flavors. Next, collagen. I talk about this all the time. This is what I put in my smoothies and in the coffee. This was probably one of the reasons why I didn't have postpartum hair loss. Of course, that's a hormonal thing, so it could be that too. But this helped maintain my skin, hydration, and my hair growing, and my nails growing, and my bones and joints feeling good during pregnancy and postpartum. So collagen from bone broth, or get the powder so that you can put it in your smoothies and in your coffee. This one is grass-fed and pasture-raised, so it's actually a step above the Vital Proteins one. If you find that at Costco on sale, then get it, but this is always on sale, almost always on sale on Thrive Market, and it's a really, really good quality. So next, I got Kiki milk. I love this milk. This milk, I also use it for the cereal, for 7 Sundays cereal, which I already dug into because we love cereal here. This is Danny's Real Berry, that's his favorite, and then Real Cocoa is my favorite. It's a plant-based milk blend, but it is so tasty. It has oats, hemp seeds, sprouted seeds, pumpkin seeds, coconut sugar, bananas in it, monk fruit, which is a really good sweetener. And the only place that you can get it is on Thrive Market. There is no store that sells it so far that I've seen. Maybe Sprouts, I haven't checked there. But yeah, only Thrive Market. So then I also get wild rice. It's actually cheaper on Thrive Market than it is in store because they have the Thrive Market brand. I talked about it before. If you want to just not get rid of rice completely, get wild rice instead. Like I said, bone broth is another great way to get your collagen. I've been taking this also for my milk supply so that my breast milk can have can be good quality and be like nutrient rich. So this is really good to have on deck if you can't make it yourself with like grass-fed beef bones or pasture-raised chicken bones, which every time I buy the whole chicken or I buy any chicken parts with bones, I use that to make my own broth. But I don't really buy a lot of beef with bones in it, so I like to buy it from Kettle and Fire, the brand. It's also on Thrive Market, but Thrive Market has their own brand too, so you can get money off of it. I'm really excited for this. I got pad thai from the brand Lotus Foods. It's where I get the ramen from, but I never got the pad thai noodles, so I want to make this. I'm gonna make actual pad thai. I'm gonna figure it out. I still have to I got all the ingredients except bean sprouts. I think that's all I need, but I'm gonna make it, so stay tuned for that. I'm probably gonna make it in this vlog. Very excited. I got Hawaiian style barbecue sauce because I'm gonna make wings with this. Dr. Bronner's toothpaste, cleanest ingredients for toothpaste. And then coconut milk for coffee, creamer. And then sometimes I use it to make as a base for a cream sauce. You'll see at some point I'll use it for a recipe like that. And then I got fish sauce. It's actually very clean in the ingredient list. It's basically just anchovy and sea salt. I got this for the pad thai recipe, so stay tuned for that. That's what I love about Thrive Market too. Anything that you need for any recipe, I love that you can just think of something on the spot of what you want to make that's different, and you're already in the comfort of your own home, on your phone or on your computer, and you can just search up. And sometimes just searching and sitting there, you actually get inspiration for different and new recipes. So, and then I got coconut water because coconut water is very, very important. I love this coconut water. My favorite honestly is Harmless Harvest, that brand, but this brand is really, really good too. It's not too sweet. Another online grocery store that I talked about online is US Wellness or grasslandbeef.com, and that's where I get all my beef. High quality meat and chicken and sometimes seafood, but I don't really get a lot of seafood there. Ships within 24 hours. So other websites, they take up to 7 days to ship your food. This is right away, 24 hours as soon as you put in your order. And that's great for people who are last minute, because if they're gonna take long to ship it, then you have to plan in advance. So I can be like, oh my God, we need groceries, and in 2 days it'll be there. Comes super frozen to your door. So I got bacon, 2 things of these I think. Chicken, pasture-raised chicken thighs. And you can get the bone-in ones from there. The bone-ins are always more flavorful, and then you can use the bones to make broth. So that's the second piece of bacon because I want to add some protein to our breakfast. Beef skirt steak, which is my favorite steak in the entire world. I love it, and I got a bunch of them. Chicken, another chicken thigh, another thing of chicken wings. Everything comes super frozen to your door. Boneless beef short ribs. These are really tender if you slow cook them. So I think I got 2 of these. So I got 2 of the beef short ribs, and then I just got a lot of skirt steak because, to be honest, that's the easiest thing to cook and the most nutritious steak. But I think it's one of the cheapest but really tasty and high quality steaks that you can ever have. So sucks that it's not in store, but if you get Grassland beef, you'll find it there. I also have a link to check this website out. Highly recommend this because it really has made my life easier. I haven't had to spend so much time out in grocery shopping, and sometimes that's fun. And as a mom now with a newborn, I don't want to be at the store so much, but just in general, for anyone who wants to save time, this is the best. And it's a great way to plan yourself, great way to budget, because it's really hard to kind of keep track of your expenses when you're in store, because then you have to have the calculator here, and then you have to have your list here. But when you do it from the comfort of your own home, it's a whole other thing. All right. Let's put this stuff away. This is the part I hate. Ooh, look at this. This is the first time I show this in video. Not you, the ham. This, you can get it from Costco. How much is it? It's like $100, right? Ay, papi, it's fine. Okay, how do you cut it? Mommy's with Ari over there, you can hear. Oh yeah, very thin.
Are you gonna do something with the wine or?
Oh yeah, go ahead, pour the wine. Sorry, he's waiting for me. I miss this ham so much.
That's like a staple back in Kissimmee.
And yeah, they used to buy it all the time in Florida. It's like 100, right?
Yeah. Is this for you and for
Me, yeah.
For you? Okay.
No, I'm not gonna drink.
You see how much milk I got there? We good for a bit. Cheers. So good. It's serrano ham, right? Okay, Papi, I have 2 jobs for you to help me with this recipe. I need you to cut the skirt steak very thin. And I got... You're just gonna keep hearing my mom talk to Aria in the background. Coconut aminos is a great alternative to soy. I don't know why I thought filming here would be a good decision. No, Mom. No. Coconut aminos from Thrive Market. I got the fish sauce from Thrive Market. I wonder if this is anchovy. A lot of people use oyster sauce, but this is what we're gonna use. Peanut butter, garlic, sriracha, rice vinegar, cilantro, red hot chili peppers, scallions, bean sprouts, and the pad thai noodles from Thrive Market. The only thing that I forgot was lime, so we're just gonna use lemon. Look at you. The red chili paste in the H Mart tenía soybean oil, so I didn't get it. It had soybean oil. So we gotta make it ourselves. But I don't know how you're gonna do it with no blender. You guys got Topo Chico. You're texting officially now.
Daniela's gonna ask.
Oh,
You
yeah.
ask, babe.
You're good?
At least we need to. It's really good.
That's good. I like it.
Love it.
I'm coming on to end the vlog. I completely forgot to do an outro. I hope you guys enjoyed that pad thai recipe. If you try it, let me know. I had to put music over the last clips because it's my parents. They're loud. But it was really delicious. I just have to figure out how to make it a little bit drier, because when you order it at a Thai place, like, it's a little bit on the drier side, but it's still flavorful. I just made it too saucy. It was still good, but I would want to make it less saucy. So I don't know how they do that. Gotta figure that out. But it was still delicious, and maybe you can just take this recipe and perfect it on your own. But yeah, I'm actually starting the next vlog, so I'm ending this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.